Boom squad in the house. I lower the boom when I do the cipher dash. But that's just Aggie Patch as I bring master blast. I take puffs on stuff, rough enough to give a buzz to my guns, even though we don't touch the stuff. See this blunt in my front, some say might stink, but yo, the skunk helps me think, helps me think, helps me. I'm a boom smoker joker with the knack because I'm gifted. Some say misfit, but fuck it, let's get lifted. I get a box of 50, get 50 with a split G, and take tackle new jacks who tried to diss me. I've walked through the rain for doms at the cesspit.
Hey everyone, this is Pandar, wishing you a happy Friday. Today we have myself, Sincere, Volt, Nuke, and Itsu. Nuke, how you feeling today? Good talk.
Nuke is catatonic. Nuke, are you there?
I think he's frozen.
No, he's doing that statue thing he does. See, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it this time.
That was good. That
You
was
got
good.
him.
That was
You
good.
got him.
That was good. That was
Man,
good.
you know how long I've been sitting there doing that?
That was good. I give him
Y'all
that.
ain't paid me one bit of attention.
No,
just faded out
I've
of
been
existence.
watching, and I'm like, Nuke is catatonic right now. I'm not sure what's
No,
happening. but-
Crazy.
Listen,
No,
I
bro.
was not paying attention because I was doing the intro, bruh.
Nah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm high as a bitch, so it's a good thing that I was sitting there for that long because my blunt went out, and might be a sign I need to calm down.
Well, we'll
But
see if you can make it the whole episode.
oh, I should be able to, bro. If not, just scream. I'll hear you.
He'll just
But,
start singing that birthday song. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
something I want to talk about with you guys
Hold on.
Hold on! This is my favorite!
that we haven't brought up
the
yet.
how
Oh
everyone
yeah,
feels.
you're right.
Oh, my boy jumped the gun major.
He's
I
like,
did.
I
He's
want to
like-
talk.
Fuck y'all.
No,
Nah.
just like Nuke is at the perfect high point to talk about what I'd like to.
All right, so let's
get
get
through
through
the
it.
other
Yep.
things.
It's how you doing, man?
Boy, I'm thugging always and forever. I'm pretty good though. Yeah. Fault, man. How you doing?
Good. Pretty good. I don't know. I'm just here. I need to smoke more
We're
weed.
doing freaking great. Our book is
And this is
published.
the first time I actually got to see Bree's setup at her shop, and it's been kind of cool. Bree, how are you
know,
doing
look at that
today?
shit.
Oh, I love the fact that you have Meridius up there.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. I'm at the shop today, being creative, working on some paintings,
Yeah.
Nice.
some flash. I did leave
Ooh.
all of my paraphernalia, including my THC vape pen, at home. So I'm out back on the smoke sesh this morning.
Oh, rip.
It's okay. We're still glad to have you. And like, I really like the shop setup. It looks really well
Thank
done.
you. This is my booth. I brought in some more paintings this morning to try and figure out more. I'm just gonna take over the whole shop. I've decided. I'm just gonna
That's facts.
decorate the whole
Yeah.
place.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got.
And
like,
when those when the front gets
Over
done,
stuff.
you said Christy's coming out to do those or
Window
was it
painting.
Christy?
Yeah, Christy's gonna come
Yeah.
over and we're gonna do it together.
Nice. I want to when y'all are done with it. Sure.
Absolutely, of course, it's gonna be good. Can't wait. I'm ex-
Bruh. You
You
gotta.
just got to get a picture before somebody's like and smudges it with a finger to be a jerk or something.
So it's actually done with like exterior paint, like
Oh, okay.
paint. So it ain't going nowhere. Now you do have to worry about, like, it's on glass, so obviously somebody can scratch it with a key or their fingernails or
Yeah.
like a razor or something. But in terms of
But it's
painting
full
it,
acrylic.
like, yeah, it'll be like I don't know really what the difference is. It'll be like acrylic, but it's you use like exterior house paint as your
Okay.
and then you mix acrylic with it to get your color. But essentially it still keeps the integrity of that like exterior paint.
Okay. I thought you were doing it like for like I've seen it like ice cream shops and shit for seasonal
Yeah, that's
stuff.
exactly
like,
what they use.
they do.
Yep.
It always
And
seemed like
That's how it's weather
that
resistant.
chalkish.
So what that is they used an eggshell base
Oh, okay.
as that like that chalky feeling and like eerie texture. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's what they use. That's what the window painters use, but it's because it's like weather resistant and whatnot.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, that's cool. I didn't
Free.
know that.
Mhm.
I'm basic. I was like, it's chalk.
Yeah.
Has another idea for the plug.
What plug?
Huh?
The shop. It's your artwork. It's another place to display your art.
Yeah, which is why I've decided to bring in my paintings, and I've got some more paintings, and
No, I just
I'm-
meant we're gonna send you some books to sell.
yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I have
Well,
this-
that and I still want to get it. Like, I want to get it
We
enlarged.
wait. We haven't told
and-
her that, did we?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we did. Oh, okay, yeah.
He's like,
I
"Hey,
thought it
babe."
was a surprise.
Listen,
Well, no, I mentioned
we
you
were
should do it, but then I was talking to you about doing it.
in a call, the three of us, and he's like, "Hey, babe, I want to surprise Bree with a canvas print of her artwork, the book."
You heard that? You
And-
don't hear me
and
half the time.
You're like, wait, what? Yeah, I was thinking about that. And he's like, no, like, hear me out. It's going to look just like this. And we send it to her as like a surprise thank you. And I'm sitting here on the call like,
Do I say anything?
Kev, that would be great, Kev.
Well, you normally don't hear me.
No, but we do. We want to thank you. Like, I know we have paid for a service, but you still have
significant
went
amount.
above and beyond in your support while we were writing, being there like, hey guys, how's it going? Where are you at? How's the chapters going? And reading and being like, ooh, oh my God, this is way better than I thought.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta draw better.
I believed in you guys from the beginning, but you definitely blew me away as I was like reading the snippets of everything. I was like, this is extraordinary. Like the amount of detail and graphics that you guys were able to portray in your very first time writing something, super impressive. I know it's going to do well. So I'm excited. I'm thankful for you guys.
I just hope people read it. Like, I want people, honestly, that's my hope for this book, is they read it and they
And
enjoy
they
the
love
story
it.
and we get good feedback.
And I
I
hope
think
you
as
love the
we grow-
characters because they're pretty much parts of our children and ourselves built into them. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
little
really,
quirks.
because we avoid actually describing the two main characters, like as much as we describe everything else in the book, we want everyone to see the two main characters how they want to see them. What we don't
Yeah.
describe skin tone, we really don't describe hair color. We're just like boy, girl, this age.
Yeah. Try and keep it, and we talk about their personalities and like
Yes.
sort of how they exude themselves, but we don't necessarily describe them in detail intentionally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the reader like imagination freedom.
Yeah.
Of course.
And what's funny is everyone who has read it and we've asked like, how do you see the characters? They all see them a little bit differently.
Yep.
Which I think is really cool. Honestly, I think it's really, really cool. Although Amanda did add some things like Mrs. Kenny, her hair being up in curlers.
That
As
may
a-
or may not be a plug from a Yellow Wolf song.
Hey. Plug.
Plug.
But
Plug
that
in.
is, that's what this book is little bits and pieces of us.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Ow.
Now I
Being
just
a
got to figure out how to one up it for book 2. That's the problem.
movie adaptation. That's how you do it.
Hi, that'd be cool, man. But
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
we don't
anybody
want
in
to.
the movie
Yeah,
industry.
as much as
Sure.
hopefully everyone sees this book is good, hopefully the next one is just as good, if not better, because I don't want to be like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I do want them to get better as we transition throughout
True.
the series.
And
True.
Sure they will.
But kind
He
of
keeps
circling
trying.
back around
Mhm,
to circling back around to the thing I wanted to bring up, because Nuke is like perfect high
Baked.
level for this.
Ye-
Crop circles. Crop circles.
Crop circles. Crop
What exactly
circles.
about
Crop
Do you
crop
circles.
think
circles?
do you think people make crop circles, or do you think they're legitimately made by alien aircraft, or do you think it's a mixture of both?
Mm.
I mean, if you've ever seen crop circles, they're kind of impressive.
It's
with
definitely
how
convincing. It's pretty convincing when you watch like the shows dedicated to them. Like it's pretty convincing that it's above our capabilities to get them as symmetrical
The bong is for
as
you.
they are. But you also have to remember, like, you also have to look back at the architect that was coming out since the 1800s and how, like, precise the architect and buildings were built and how detailed and stuff they were then. And we look at it now and we're like, how did they do that? It couldn't be possible. It had to have been aliens or this extra, like this other society. When in really, like, we just can't wrap our brains around it. So we have to find something to say.
I think people had a lot more craftsmanship back then. And
For
I think
sure.
that's why things did turn out as beautiful as they were. I wish we still had that level of craftsmanship. Instead, now everything's just all about making money. And it's not about the craft itself, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I don't know.
But-
Crop
It's how fast can we make it? How cheap can we make it?
But crop circles, like to make them as a okay, so assuming they're made by an aircraft, they could be made easily by that aircraft, but made by a farmer in his own crop, trying to map it out to make a perfect circle, let alone perfect circles that have branches off with perfect circles that have branches off with more perfect circles. And then in a lot of the instances, the crops itself or the grass or whatever's the foliage that's there
Mhm.
not actually cut, right? It's not.
It's just
like
smushed down.
right. It's folded over, but it's like
Mhm.
perfect. Like they don't really make machinery to do that. Normally, the machinery is made to cut, to harvest, right? Yeah.
You're
go ahead,
onto
Nick.
something. You're onto something.
Okay, so you're correct. They are like laid over, and you're talking about cut. But if something's coming down,
Mhm.
especially in some of those designs, they're not spinning. Like, if it's coming down, it's going to crush it and snap them, not lay them in a perfect
Well,
laid
potentially.
down
The
state
thing
all
is,
the
we
way
don't.
around.
We're not fully convinced that we understand the technology that would enable the flight of certain UFOs that have been
Well,
spotted.
I think people are doing it.
Yes.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe.
What
I
if
was gonna,
It's
I
a
was, I was
lot
gonna
of effort.
say, I was gonna say people also, because to what Nuke was saying, if it was aliens, most going based off what people have said about alien spacecrafts is that they move silently, they can land quietly, they can land gently. So there is a possibility if it was non-human that aircraft could have just landed very softly on the crops to not damage them. But I do believe it was people to have to do it. It's a lot of work, but I think people do it. It draws attention.
I think it's a mixture when it comes down to it. I do think
A
there's other things
mixture?
out there. I do.
So
I
people
do.
are
I
working
don't.
with aliens to make the crop circle?
No, I think there's a group of people making certain ones
I think there's
to
people that are
hype it up and make it like, ooh, look at this,
Mm.
look at this. They did it, just to have some more proof. But then again, I do believe I don't think there's aliens out there that we see in movies.
But
I don't
have a
even know that they're in
question.
a humanoid form.
But I do have a question though. If it is humans, how did they do it?
Hold on one moment.
I've seen like a
Hmm.
A
video.
lawnmower? I don't
They
know.
basically
Nah, they
take,
would.
like,
Well,
they put like wood planks on their feet and like walk across it, and it lays it down as they go, and they
Mhm.
walk in those patterns all the way
I mean,
around.
look
well,
at
the only discrepancy I have with that though is a human error. You know what I'm saying? Like
But look
you're
at some
supposed to
of
walk.
the artwork people do in sand, like these big murals that people
That is
do on a
true.
beach.
But can I explain one difference between sand and a 6-foot crop?
Mhm.
You can't see where the fuck you're going in a 6-foot
And
crop
that
or where
and
you've been, right?
and
So
that's
you
what I was
can't tell
thinking.
if it's perfect unless you're
Whoa,
looking
whoa.
Yo,
over
is
top.
my camera wigging out?
Just a
Yeah.
little
was.
bit. It's all right. Should have played some techno music while it was happening.
There
we go.
Just go with it.
Yeah,
All
man,
right.
do it.
But now let's fix it. What the fuck?
Oh no. What the
I mean, it's
fuck?
kind of cool. It's like a strobe effect because when you were,
Oh, God.
it was perfect.
Oh my god, I'm wigging out over here.
Bump it.
Don't do drugs because they're bad.
It's all right. It's just a little flicker.
Effects. Video effects. Come on, everyone. Flicker your camera. Oh, it's not working.
Seize it up.
Yeah, you're gonna like slap the camera on accident.
I know. That's why I stopped. I was worried.
Yo, what is happening?
That is twirled for you, baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bro, it is losing
So,
its mind right
I
now.
started
I mean,
your braid too far down.
It's okay. I'm very open to the idea of it being not us. I do think there are people that would put that much time into it. I just don't think there's that many people. Like,
No,
it's a
and I
lot.
think it took
disagree.
more than one, and it probably took a lot of. Like, I think it's easier now that we have drones. I do. I
It'd
just
be a
think
lot
it's
easier now.
possible for humans to do
Yeah, but
it.
how do
I
you
do.
explain them from like the early 1900s?
I don't. That's what I'm saying, and they happen.
don't
They're
know.
way less often. Then that's my point. I think
Yeah.
nowadays it's a mixture.
Right. No, I definitely think there's people that are like, I want my face on camera. I'll spend 30 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours doing this
Hoax.
literally for nonprofit gain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes because going
could
viral,
be.
sadly, in this world is profitable.
You're talking about today, though.
I know.
Yeah, that
Like, I'm
back
trying to
then,
think about before all this.
That's when I don't think it's as likely then.
Like, it just.
One, society didn't have so much free time on their hands back in the day to be able to do that shit.
Listen, there's only one way to find out. Let's try and do it one day.
let's make our own
I know
crop.
people who live near farms who the crops overgrow and shit. We can't fuck with the actual farmer crops, but in the off seasons before they like redo it, the field, we'd be able to go out there and try it. I don't know. That would be
I think
interesting.
it'd be a good experiment. Try it a
It would
different
also
way.
show how unartistic we are. Like
That
when my
too.
circle comes out as a square or some shit or a
Or
hexagon instead of
oval.
a circle, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like 5 steps this way, 5 steps.
It just looks like an
45
amoeba
degrees.
because it's all like.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, how would people be able to put planks on their
Hold up.
feet and then walk through it? Because, like,
Well,
yeah,
hold up. But we could try it. Legitimately look up like explanations for crop
Yeah.
circles and then try to apply it. And then we could take a drone afterwards and take a picture of what we made and just see how bad it is.
Right. Then we can prove or disprove.
Or how
it.
good it is.
They've
That'd be
already
cool.
done that. They did that on the on that
I meant for us. I
episode
just
that
wanted to do it.
like there's a
Of
show.
ancient aliens.
I wasn't saying to prove whether or not someone was capable of walking in a circle. I just want to see if we can do it. And then take a picture of what we do,
Gotta
like
show.
what it looks like when we're done.
Just randomly walk all kinds of different ways.
yeah.
No,
just
we could
all
have
five
a
of us.
plan. I'd be cool with having like a plan to make something, but like, I just have a feeling it's not going to be what we said we were going to make.
No, most likely not. Not at all.
At least not on my end.
Someone's got to count 15 feet. And then it's like, is this the equal amount of feet? Like, is this equally 10 feet? Yeah, no. I think
I
people
don't
did
know.
it. I think
it's-
people did it.
I think it's interesting. The fact that it's existed for as long as it's existed, I think, is what makes it even more interesting.
For sure.
But-
Especially without no concrete answers, too. Like,
I-
no definitive.
I've seen. I cannot find the exact artist that I'm looking for,
Ooh.
but
Mhm.
there. What I'm trying to say is there are some pretty incredibly talented people who master their craft and are able to do things that like we can't wrap our mind around, and so it seems impossible to us. But like this is an aerial view of this painting this guy did in this the front grass of this like government monument or whatever. Like
Yeah,
It's
if you look at like
hard
the
to tell,
chalk
but
art
like
that people
this is like the
do, and
size of a football field, but he has some that are like on the entire side of a mountain, like take up the entire side of the fucking mountain. And if you look at these things, or we stumbled upon these things, we would, as our experience and mind is able to reach, we're gonna say it's not fucking possible. It must have took a whole town to do this type of shit. But this is genuinely somebody who mastered this, and I'm sure
I
he
mean,
had
I get
help,
it,
but
but how many people are mastering the art of uselessly laying down grass?
I'm telling you more than you probably fucking think.
Nowadays, to be on YouTube and to be on whatever, but I'm talking about the 1900s where you didn't
That is,
fucking
yeah,
know your neighbors. Like,
yeah, no,
yeah.
that I get. I think nowadays,
like
100%.
I'm
In the
like I'm not
past,
comparing today's ability to use aerial footage and then reevaluate your art and go fix this piece and that piece and do like we have all that ability now. We can look at it from above. We can like
Who's to say
take
we
time to
didn't have that
master.
ability in the past though? Like there's
I
a lot
mean,
of people
document
who
it.
are there's a lot of people who are convinced that like we had a lot of this technology in the past and then something happened and now we have no knowledge of it. But like people can't
What
wrap
do you call it?
how do we
Yeah, but in the
symmetrical
1900s, we were restoring
N-
that
no,
knowledge,
but
right?
in
In
right,
those
but in the
arguments.
1800s, it they were having symmetrical, super detailed sculptures put on every 6 foot of a building that's like what 12-story high buildings, and these are made out of marble and types of stones
right?
that we look at today as like, how did they have the technology just to put this tiny lion head on the side of the building 12 stories high every 3 feet when they told us they didn't even have cell phones or they weren't even unified enough to like talk to your neighbor, so we
I
say.
mean, they were also very abusive and
Mhm.
forcing people to do manual labor, and people did sit there
Even
all
still
day
looks like
carving. Mhm.
when you think back, like we're led to believe that those things like weren't as easy back then, and I think it may have been like
No, we definitely have our own theories of like there's lost knowledge to us from previous people. What we
Yeah.
have documented, we don't believe are the earliest people, the earliest humans. We think there's stuff that is lost to knowledge that is
Agreed.
lost.
Yeah.
But during the 1900s, that knowledge was still lost.
I mean, maybe it's
or
possible it wasn't. I
the
wasn't in the
paper trail of
1900s, but I don't know. I just
I'm
feel
telling you,
like
from
you'd
the
have more
1900s, they
paintings.
were putting out some pretty unique, incredibly creative stuff for
But now
not
hear this. What I also believe is a lot of the knowledge that's lost to us from the past, I think, as crazy as it sounds, I think it came from outer influences. I do, and it could be the outer
Or it could have just been
influence
us
was
coming here.
us. Right. Like we have a
Like
theory
that's
that
a
we
possibility.
believe that we didn't start on Earth. We've already ruined other planets.
That's possible. Who knows?
Like it goes pretty deep. It goes way back. But there's definitely a lot of possibilities. We have ancient cities who have concrete better than we can make today.
Yeah, Roman concrete.
Underwater
MIT actually
cities.
started figuring out why they did find out why and what makes it better than the concrete we make today. And it actually has to do with something to do with the mixing process.
Yes.
And like we actually mix it too well. Whereas back then they didn't have the same ability, like the same mixers. But when they mixed it, I think it was the lye would like clump up. But what that actually resulted in was self-healing concrete because when the concrete would crack and then would get wet from rain, the lye would get wet and like reseal. It would fix the cracks.
Yeah.
It's something along those lines. You could look up the specific article, but MIT did like an analysis trying to figure out what made their concrete have these attributes. And it was really cool. Like I think they also added some other ingredient to it that I can't remember that we don't add.
Yeah.
Um
And
but
if you want to go real deep, I think what everyone believes are gods and things to praise are
Could be other people, yeah.
aliens and are like I think they're from different worlds, galaxies, came here to
I'm just
try
gonna
and
say
help.
right now, though, dude, if I ever meet one of the Egyptian gods, like Anubis or something, like a person with a dog head or a crocodile head, I
Yeah.
think that'd be really fucking cool.
Bro, I'm just saying, beyond that ice wall, you don't know what's there.
I mean, Asgard's out there apparently,
Okay.
but none of the other
Apparently,
fucking
yeah.
realms.
Yeah, bro.
None of the other
Apparently.
realms are out there, but Asgard is on that map.
Yeah, I've
Makes
heard
you
of.
keeping that smile so I don't flip it.
Should we pull in the said map that we're
Yes,
Yeah,
seeing?
pull it
Yeah,
in, pull it
man.
up,
Let's
pull it
do
up,
that
pull it up, pull it up.
reference
Let's
map,
bring
please.
Pull it
this
up, pull it
I
reference
up.
love this.
in.
Let's use
I love this
the.
flat Earth reference map. It's so
Let's
good.
use it. Let's use it.
Where was that? Was that in CCC chat? It was. Whoa, you lost me there with your young hip lingo, son. Okay. So now I
All I'm
need
gonna say is
to.
this map is bussin'.
It's bussin'.
No cap.
It was an exquisite bus.
All right.
It's not sus at all.
Hey, bro. Hey, yo.
It was the most magnificent bus.
Here
Oh, shit.
we have
I don't
Nuke
see
Flat
anything.
Earth
Oh, I
Theory.
don't see anything.
What?
We lost
It's,
all of
it's just empty.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
no reference.
no.
No references.
Please click off that.
What?
Like the way what you're doing is wrong. Please restore, like stop the screen share, and then just download the image and open it in Chrome or open it in Photos. There you
No.
go. Now share that and we'll see it. But that little pop-up window over Discord, it for some reason was not capturing it.
Got you. Edit, edit, reverse, reverse. Try again.
We're having technical issues. One moment, please.
How about now?
Nope. Oh, yes.
There it is.
No.
There it is. Look at this beautiful map.
I'm not even seeing nothing.
What? Did you open your
Oh, there we
eyes?
go. Ah, there we go.
Could we zoom in just a teeny bit? Just control
100
plus.
times.
Or yeah, that'll work too.
At once. That's I can zoom
One
once.
more.
Nuke, where are we?
Control plus.
We're in the known
Control
lands.
plus.
I'm getting there.
Oh, we're in the
All right.
in the
now
known
move
land.
this down a little.
Yeah.
Oh, I see North America.
Okay, so here we are. Where's my markup tool?
Don't worry about
It
it.
does not exist.
We
Okay.
don't have annotation software installed.
Here's Eptunian Ocean.
Oh,
So-
Neptune.
That's supposed to be Neptunian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sucks, so it's Eptunian.
That's where Poseidon
It
is.
sucks, so it's going to be called Neptunian.
And Neptune.
Yeah, Poseidon and Neptune fight here.
No, they're probably brothers, you know? That's where they live.
I
on the
was
Neptunian
told.
Ocean.
Moving lands of Thoth, guys.
Love that. So I was told that all these land masses outside of the ice wall are actually planets that are orbiting.
Huh?
Like, yeah, it was some flat Earth theory that explained how
How
we
does
see other
orbiting work
planets.
if we're flat? How
Well,
would they...
right.
If
So
we're
they
flat, what are
said
we sitting on?
we're not orbiting; things are orbiting us. So the sun is sitting. I need reference. Okay, this is flat Earth.
You
Right.
want to open Microsoft Whiteboard?
Ye-
Oh, right.
yeah. Well.
Oh, no, you
anyway.
can't. You're on your... Yeah.
And then the sun orbits over
It hovers
on
up.
top of it. Yeah, it hovers
how do-
over on top
We
of
would
it.
never have night.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So
Like, it would potentially get dimmer, but not... Yeah, you wouldn't
not
really have
night. Yeah,
Nuke,
but
where does the sun go?
What?
Where does the sun go?
What sun?
At night, where does it go?
What?
If our Earth is flat, how do we get night?
does it
Wait,
circle?
I just realized this map
Night?
has a fucking portal on it.
What?
How
Where?
does
Oh,
what
the
get
summer
night?
gate?
No,
Yeah, you know how this
right beneath
goes to the
Asgard.
other side of the Earth, and then
Oh,
we
shit!
have night.
I'm messing with you hardcore right now.
Oh my lord. You
Bro,
He's doing the nuke.
the
Lock
thing.
ice
in, you
wall
lock
has
in.
a portal.
Look,
I fucks
I'm
with
not
that.
sure. I guess because it goes behind the ice wall for a little bit, it's not like completely flat. Like I won't say it's like
Whoa, whoa,
flat.
whoa.
I've never
Wait.
It's
I've never
hard.
claimed that it was super flat. It could have a little curve, a little one.
He's got
A
some
little
bumps.
Wait, so now we're a
It's
boob?
got some bumps.
We're
Yeah,
a
like it's
mosquito bite boob though.
Like, hold on. Now
yeah,
we're.
So
yeah.
okay, we went
We're
from
titty.
flat to
Is
to
the
an
ice
A.
wall the areola? That's the question.
Yes, we are. Yes,
Bruh.
So we live somewhere near the
Wait,
nip.
then what's the
Okay.
nip?
We are the
Hold
nip.
on.
We
What's
are
the
the
nip?
nip.
Yeah, we
we
are the.
are the.
No,
nip.
then let's scroll down.
The nib would be in the middle, so it'd be whatever that
Does
middle
that
thing
say
is.
moist? Moist mire.
Zoom in.
Hey.
The moist mire is the nipple. What the
How's
fuck,
it going?
guys?
Gotta love it.
What? Left, right.
You're gonna have to, yeah.
That says moist mire.
It does. Hey, y'all got some freaks making this flat Earth map, man.
I'm turning this off.
I got some freaks. Y'all
That's funny.
part of
That's
that
too
Diddy
funny.
freak off who made that map.
Oh, can we bring up that beautiful No Diddy artwork?
Oh, trust me, it's going in here. So, boop, there it is.
I put it right over.
It's actually
funny.
funny. I forgot we can kind of do that because you do the post edit.
Yeah, I forgot we could do
So
that.
instead of bringing up the damn flat Earth, although it was good for reference, but
Yeah.
we
Like,
could have
if
just.
we ever have like two options, just throw like this up and this. I know it's real fucking weird, but no Diddy. But you got two options.
Speaking of ancient civilizations and worlds, y'all have heard of Tartaria? Tartaria, I think is what it's called.
Tartaria?
Yeah, Tartaria. Tartaria,
Okay.
Tartaria. But it was an ancient civilization. I can't remember exactly when they existed. I had the thing pulled up.
The bong is trolled for
Oh,
you.
it's the historical name for Central and Northern Asia.
Yeah, but apparently that like conspiracy theories say that was where like your great architecture came from. We had crazy technological advances, and then all of a sudden a disaster happened and wiped off the whole civilization. Kind of like the Library of Alexandria, how it burned down. They're saying that a mud flood came and just wiped the whole area and just.
So it's possible, right? Because,
Mhm.
like, I mean, right before our eyes, yes, it's going to take a very long time, generations upon generations, but Africa is splitting, right? It's
That is true.
possible that the Earth went through some shift and change that did break down and destroy existing civilizations. I mean,
Mhm.
there are entire cities made of stone and marble that are under the water. How the
Mm.
fuck? Like the shapes of the statues and stuff, just it's impossible that they were just naturally derived. It just doesn't make sense.
True.
And then to have them submerged as deep as they are,
I mean, look at Atlantis. It was in the middle of the water, and then what a tsunami came or earthquake, something happened to that area, and it just submerged the whole city underwater.
yeah, but now it's permanently like there are cities permanently underwater
Mhm.
of prior civilizations. So it's entirely possible we were way more advanced, maybe not in the sense of electronics, which is why we're
Yeah,
not finding those remnants, but there's a lot of science we don't know. Like they literally just figured out there is a third type of magnetism.
there's a third type of magnetism.
Yep.
What?
Third
Yeah,
type
show that. Bring
of
that up.
magnetism.
So, because we got positive and negative, so
Here you go.
my smartest guess would be it'd be a neutral magnetism. Like it just
Let me do the screen share thing.
like how would that even work though.
Physicists confirm the existence of a third form of magnetism. An experiment in Sweden has demonstrated control over a novel kind of magnetism, giving scientists a new way to explore a phenomenon with huge potential to improve electronics, from memory storage to energy efficiency. Using a device that accelerates electrons to blinding speeds, a team led by researchers, blah, 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 blah. Third configuration of particles in ferromagnetic materials theorized. In what's referred to as altermagnetism, particles are arranged in a canceling fashion like antiferromagnetism, yet rotated just enough to allow for confined forces on a nanoscale. I can't read. Not enough to pin a grocery list to your freezer, but with discrete properties that engineers are keen to manipulate into storing data or channeling energy. So, hard drives might become less expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Storage in
Right.
general, energy may become less expensive. That would be awesome.
That'd be sick as fuck. No, it won't. They'll continue to make the money.
But another thing it could potential like realizing that there's more that we don't know, right,
Too
about magnetism and shit, or just basic things we
science.
thought we did. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think makes life great. Dude, if we had the answers to everything, it would fucking suck.
Get bored quick.
Well, not
You
only
get
that, but then we'd realize like we're just not
heat. Like,
everything feels like it revolves around us, right? Then you grow up and you're like, oh yeah, life doesn't revolve around me. But then you
mhm.
realize, like, holy shit, everything beyond anything remotely close, we don't know shit about. And it's so much bigger than we are. We're fucking ants. Right?
Yeah, I've seen footage of like someone just working on the Interstellar Space Station, and they had a shot of them like working on something. It was a very wide shot. It had a shot of them and then the shot of Earth behind them, and I was just like, dude, like the size of you compared to Earth is ridiculous,
Yeah.
and we're just here, like we're just here, like we just appeared, and now we're
Yeah.
on this giant ball. Apparently, it moves. It's going towards something. They call it the Great Attractor. I don't know what the fuck that could be, but
Okay.
it's just it blows your mind. Yeah, you ever heard of the Great Attractor thing? I don't know if it's that widely
I do not.
popular. Pretty much. So the universe, our universe, let's take the Milky Way galaxy, isn't sitting like flat on a table as you would think,
Uh-huh.
but is moving more of like a dart through the air. And so the sun is going this way, but we're spinning around the sun like that pretty much. And scientists have discovered that the universe is expanding, but it's being also pulled towards one common point. Everything in the universe is being pulled to one common point out there in space, and they call that the Great Attractor. They don't know if it's a actual entity, like a real life entity, or just a really strong force, magnetic force that's pulling everything in. But there's something pulling us into it, and we don't know what that is. So we call it the Great Attractor.
I mean, for all we know, like for lack of a better term,
Hmm.
like we could just be a virus on that's attacking an organ of a much larger cosmic being that we just don't fucking understand.
Right,
Like,
right.
That's deep.
I know that's crazy,
I believe we're just being pulled
but it's
into a
not impossible. Like,
no.
we just don't know enough about everything truly around us. We know
And
more about things that are closer, but the
yeah,
further we get, the less we know.
some
And
people, and I agree with it too, is that we're being pulled into a really big black hole. It's just a really big black hole at the end of that universe, and we're just being sucked into it. And then other people want to say it might be a giant cosmic being that we just have no
who knows?
pre-knowledge of because we don't know nothing about space. I would want to say maybe a black hole would be more logical, I guess, will be more practical. Because
Possibly, but how does that work? Have we observed other black holes eating black holes?
They observed a black hole, not eating. They observed black holes eating. I think it was a planet or a galaxy, but not another black hole.
But that's what I'm
They,
wondering.
I
no,
thought
they
there
have.
was.
They have.
Because the way they have detected gravitational waves and gravitational particles was through two black holes that had been orbiting each other. They
Oh
actually had
yeah.
lasers set up that went north, south, east, and west. And when they, once the, what I guess we decided that they were that far away and their waves finally got to us, it expanded and contracted the lasers, and we were able to feel those waves and then detect them even as low as they are.
Yeah. I didn't hear about a black hole swallowing up. I did hear about two of them
2011 is what I'm
orbiting each
pulling
other.
up a space.com article titled Cannibal. A monstrous black hole at the heart of one galaxy is being devoured by a still larger black hole in another. It's the first discovery of its kind. At the centers of virtually all large galaxies are black holes, millions to billions of times the mass of the sun.
But then I
Hmm.
guess the question becomes, well,
That's
what is a black
why.
hole?
Well, I think a black
I
hole
mean,
is
as
just
much as we can see what it does, what is
right.
it
Well,
in the
some
grand scheme? Is it really just a random vacuum cleaner that shows up and eats everything? Like,
right,
it's got to be more to it, right?
right.
Like,
I think their black holes are interested entrances to like a wormhole. I think it's essentially just
maybe
a
A
portal.
portal. Hmm.
Yeah, essentially just another portal because they have found a discover. They did make the discovery of white holes,
so. If that's true,
and white holes shoot stuff out. They don't bring nothing in. They don't swallow
but
nothing
what
up.
a but maybe a white hole is just the opposite side of a black hole. Like if you would
I mean,
go
you
through a
could be right
black
though.
hole, maybe you. I know this sounds god awful. This is gonna be a fucking AO. You go through a black hole, you come out a white hole. Like anyway, it's possible. I mean, if it's the opposite, right, in that it pushes things, maybe that is actually what happens when you come through said portal.
Yeah.
Is you arrive and you're being propelled.
What we
That
need.
means that our
You
whole
try this out.
universe
You try
is
this
in a
out.
state of ever like constant change. It's being swallowed up, spit out, swallowed up, spit out. This is gonna be so AO'd. God damn it.
Just put a
I
bunch of
can't.
AOs over and over, back to back, back to back.
Ah.
This is
Nuke's
gonna
just
be
fucking
so much
dying.
fun.
No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, every
No Diddy,
fucking
no
where.
Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy.
Can we
Put
just
it
make
on
a
the
little
screen.
O Diddy that doesn't take the whole screen up that we
Yeah,
could
and
just
then in the
keep up
corner.
for?
Oh, trust me, that's what I was doing.
Just keep it up in the corner.
So, white
We'll-
holes are theoretical cosmic regions that function in the opposite way to black holes. Just as nothing can escape a black hole, nothing can enter a white hole.
Here we go. Look at this.
Nuke is dying. Oh my god.
So, yes,
So yes, that's
they're
kind of what I was
saying
thinking.
the black hole here, you get you get swallowed up, and then this other end is the white hole, and you just come out
Yeah.
the white hole.
But what I think's really cool about that is because that's true, the the universe is always an ebb and flow.
Yeah,
Like that's really interesting. I mean, if it's all true theoretically,
right.
it's still really cool.
We
But
go through the veins of the universe.
Well,
We
and in the
are the
process, I
fluid.
think we die. But yeah, and then we get pooped out, and then hopefully life is reborn. Because getting pulled getting pulled into a black hole seems to be very dangerous. So, that's all I'm
well,
saying.
here's what they say. What happens if you were to be shot into a black hole? So
And I won't say it again.
Go ahead.
say we're on Earth and you get shot into the black hole. From our perspective, it looked like you stop moving as soon as you get like right to the horizon. It looked like you
Yep.
stop moving and you just start fading into black.
Right.
But on your perspective, uh,
I think it depends on how fast you go as well.
Yeah, that too. From your perspective, it looks like everything is fading to black, and then you start getting straight. They call it spaghettification,
Mhm. Yeah.
and you get super stretched out into the singularity, but they don't know what happens after that because they've never sent anything into a black hole.
Well, in theory, if that happens, you're dead.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be like Wonka vision,
Um,
right?
But that's
I
what I
would
said,
assume.
though. It's quite possible when that happens, it does purge life, but then produces an outset that actually is that re-triggers
Hmm.
life. Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like,
And
I
then
think it's an interesting thing to contemplate.
I think they also said that, like, from Earth's perspective, if you watch something go into the black hole, it looked like it starts moving slower.
Yeah.
Also, the closer you get uh
Event
to the
horizon.
center, yeah, or like once you get past it, it'll like you just froze in time, and then you just fade to black. Like you don't get smaller, you don't get bigger, you just same size, just still, completely still.
Can we just like send that random fucking Tesla out there, like
Yeah,
equip
let's
it
just
with
send a
something, and then
Cybertruck.
but we already got one in space. Like,
Well,
Oh
not a
yeah,
Cybertruck, that Tesla, yeah.
yeah, it is Tesla,
can
but
we
it's,
just
it's
boost that
Oh,
bitch into a
shit.
black hole and then everybody watches it and see what happens?
Wait, is that? No, not this. Please, no!
It's
I
like a
say
red
that'd
color,
be
isn't it? We should be able to see that.
yeah.
You
Oh
know
yeah, we
what?
should be good.
I'll
That's where we're gonna call it. See you every Friday. Just remember, it's more than cannabis and coffee, it's a mindset. Whether you see us or hear us, you're part of the crew, and we want to hear from you. So make sure to reach out via Facebook, X, or Instagram, which you can find all at Cannabis Coffee Crew, and our videos are going to be uploaded to YouTube. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
That may or may not be there. I'm sorry.